hello. Welcome to In the Kitchen with Tabby. This is my first ever live on YouTube. Let's just see how it goes. I thought, you know what? There has to be a first for everything. And tonight is going to be my first YouTube live. So I have over 6,000 followers. Subscribers. I have over 6,000 subscribers here on YouTube, and I just wanted to show you guys some love. I do lives a lot over on Facebook, and so I thought, well, let's just do one over on YouTube and see what happens. We are going to make this little Easter bunny. You guys may have seen, I posted a little short video on this that I made actually last year at Easter time, and I'm making them again this year for our family dinner, and so I thought, well, I'll just do one live with you guys. So let's see if anybody hops on. If you do hop on, I don't know how this works. So, well, hiya, Kim Souter. I see now. I see how it works. It popped up at the bottom and said, hiya, Tabby. So, hiya, Miss Kim. So, yeah, so if you hop on, give me a little comment. Let me know you're here. It says there are 2 people on, but I'm assuming that might be me and you, Kim. And it might just be me and you. I don't know. So, like I said, this is my first one doing a YouTube live. So I'm not sure how it works really, but I thought, why not? Let's just have a little fun over here on YouTube and just do a live. Let's just see what happens. Hi, Carolyn Walker. Hello, sweet friend. Hi. She says, hiya. Hi, oh, well, hi, Amanda. Hello. Thanks for hopping on, guys. I'm so glad you're here in the kitchen with me. We're going to make a little Easter bunny beach towel basket. I made one of these on a live last night over on Facebook. And like I said, I posted the video on YouTube. It's the same one I posted about a year ago, but I thought we would just make one together live tonight over here on YouTube because I have to make some of these. This is a little different, but you can do it. Thanks, Kim. Thanks for the encouragement. You are just precious. You are too sweet. So Amanda and Carolyn, let me know where you are watching from. I'd love to know where you are watching from. I know where Kim is at because she's a faithful follower over on Facebook as well. And you and Amanda, Carolyn and Amanda, you guys might be Facebook followers also, but let me know where you're watching from. I love to know where everybody's watching from. Yeah, so when you hop on, it says I've got 6 people on. So when you hop on, just give me a little comment. Let me know. California, yay. So Amanda, do you follow me on Facebook as well? Or are you just a YouTube subscriber? I'd love to know. Hi, Mary Norwood from Georgia. And Carolyn is from Georgia. Now, Mary, I know you follow me on Facebook also. Carolyn, do you follow me on Facebook? Carolyn and Amanda, let me know if you guys follow me on Facebook or if you are just YouTube subscribers. Hello, is it Jamila or Jamila? I'm not sure. Facebook and YouTube. Okay, Amanda, great. Hey, I think it's Jamila or Jamila. I'm not sure I'm saying that right, and I'm so sorry if I'm saying it wrong. I tell you what, if I'm saying it incorrectly, Jamila, then you can call me Patty, Tammy, or Debbie. Because I get that a lot too. Let's see. I don't know. I like chocolate. Hey, girlfriend, how are you? Carolyn Walker says, just YouTube. Okay, all right. Well, Carolyn, welcome. I'm so glad. Like I said in the beginning, I have over 6,000 subscribers here on YouTube, and I've never done a live with you guys. And I love doing lives over on Jolene. I love that name. That always reminds me of Dolly Parton's song. And I bet you get that a lot. But anyway, I just felt like it was time for me to start showing some love to my YouTube subscribers and doing some lives with you guys because I love my YouTube subscribers just as much as I love my Facebook followers. So anyway, so we're going to make a little beach towel bunny basket for Easter. Like I said, I did this one live last night on over on Facebook, and so we're going to make one tonight here on YouTube. So I'm going to put this one back here. I think you'll be able to see that maybe behind me. Let me move my water. And we are going to use this towel. This is just a regular beach towel. Now this beach towel is 5 feet long. So if I opened it up, it would be 5 feet long. And it's probably, I don't know, I'm kind of guessing. It's probably about 2.5 feet wide, maybe. So maybe 20, let's see, about 30 inches wide and 5 feet long. But I have just folded it in half. You can see I just folded it in half. And then I'm gonna lay it down here on the table. And I'm just going to start on this corner. I've got it at an angle. And I'm going to start down here on this corner. And I'm just going to start rolling it up. And you want to roll it kind of tight. If you can get it kind of tight. And just roll that up to the center of the towel. So that's all I'm going to do. Okay? So that's all I've done right there. Just roll it up just like that. Now I'm going to turn it around so I have the other corner. Try to keep that roll tight over there on that side. Now I'm going to take this side and we're going to roll it. Whoops. Roll it up. Just roll it right to the middle. Just like that. That's what it looks like. Okay? We got the two ends. And then we're just going to fold it in half and match up the two ends. And I told them last night on Facebook, this is kind of cute just like that, little bunny. You could fill it up this way, but that's not what we're going to do. So I've got it in half like this. Now I'm going to set it down here on the table. And I'm going to just kind of grab it right here as if I was grabbing the neck. And you're going to fold it up and over. And just kind of grab that little bundle right there. Then I'm going to take this large rubber band and we're just going to rubber band it. Just go around it twice with a large rubber band. And we are creating the face of the bunny. That's going to be the bunny's face. And then we're going to take the ears and just fold them up just like that. So you've got the bunny ears and the little face. Oh my gosh, is that not the cutest? I love this towel. It's like a pink camo towel. My husband Dale actually picked it out at the Walmart. We got it at Walmart. So $7.50 is what the towel cost at Walmart. So there's the little bunny, okay? Now, if you wanted, you could get a little pair of kids' sunglasses and put them on here. I did that one year. That was really cute. But what I'm going to do tonight is just take this little piece of rickrack ribbon. I had it here at the house. It's just some extra ribbon I had. And I'm just going to tie it right around the top. And that kind of covers up the rubber band. So you can't see the rubber band on it. Make sure you can see. So we're just going to tie a little bow kind of off-centered on the top. Just like that. So you can see that little bow on there. Isn't that cute? All right, now we got to figure out a way to get our goodies in the basket, right? So you know you've got two rolls inside here. You've got the top roll and you've got this bottom roll. So we're going to take the bottom roll down here and we're going to start unrolling it right inside the basket. And we're just going to unroll it and bring it towards the front of the bunny. And that's going to create the bottom of our basket. See that? And this is what it looks like on the bottom. Just like that. So that creates the bottom of your basket. And if you wanted to use a larger beach towel, you could. That's going to make a little bigger basket. All right. So that's really it. That's it, guys. Is that not the cutest little thing ever? And you can use any color towel you want. If you have boys, you could do it for boys. I made these for my adult daughters-in-law a couple of years ago. And I used some beach towels that were more age appropriate for them. And then I filled it with sunscreen and lip balm and lotion and things like that, sunglasses. And so it was a more adult appropriate. But for this little girl, I'm going to call it a little girl. For this little girl, I'll show you what we're going to do. We're going to put a little headband in here. It's a little leopard print, real soft headband that you can use for... Jolene, my name is Tabby. This is In the Kitchen with Tabby. So my first name is Tabby. Easter Bunny Girl Sleigh. I don't know, I'm not sure what that means. Hi, Vanessa Voice and That. Folding a fitted sheet must loose... wait, I can't understand what that says. Maybe is it too loose for you, the fitted sheet? We're going to do a fitted sheet fold-off with Miss Annie's Home and Kitchen. I already texted with her about it last night. We're going to do it. I think it's going to be fun. All right, so this is what I'm putting in my little basket. I have this little headband that you can use. It's just for a little girl, but it's supposed to be used to put around your head and maybe take your makeup off and stuff like that. So we're going to tuck that little headband in there, and I'm going to do it so that the bow is on top. And then I have some M&Ms, so we're going to put some M&Ms in there. I love these little M&Ms because they have the little M&M dressed up like little Easter bunnies. They have little Easter bunny ears on. They're too cute. All right, and then I have a couple of little sheets of stickers, little Easter stickers. Remember, this is for a child, so this is why I'm making this one for a smaller child. And then I have one of those little glow stick bracelets that has the little clip on the end, so I'm going to stick that down in there. And then I have a couple of little rubber duckies. Whoops. A little yellow and a little teal rubber ducky, or kind of a green colored rubber ducky. And then the rest of this is just some candy. I'm just going to toss some candy in there for them. Some Twix and Snickers and some little Hershey Kisses that are wrapped pretty. So there it is right there. There is the little Easter basket. And you probably have about $12 wrapped up in this. And like I told everybody last night on Facebook, you spend at least that on the basket and the grass and all that other stuff that's probably going to get thrown away. So with this, the only thing that's probably going to get thrown away is maybe the little piece of ribbon and the rubber band. But everything else is either going to get used or eaten. And every time your sweet little grandchild or your friend or your daughter-in-law, your sister, your brother, whoever you make it for, every time they use this beach towel, they're going to think of you. And I love that. I think it's really sweet. I'm not a hugely creative person. I'm not like big into doing crafts and stuff. So if I can do this, you can do this. It's not that hard. So I promise you can do it too. And I think it is absolutely adorable, like I said. And then this one we pretty much put the same thing in there. I've got a different colored bow. And I love this little beach towel. I got these at Walmart. I love this one though because you can see the little smiley face on there. Is that not the cutest? I think this one's my favorite. I really, really do. Let's see, folding a fitted sheet has got to be harder than making this bunny. Well, that's true. You did a good job on it though, Vanessa, last night. I think maybe you went wrong somewhere because it wasn't shaped exactly like mine was, but it still looked like a bunny. So it wasn't too bad. I used a hair tie. I didn't have one. Oh, okay, yeah, you could use a hair tie. And that's an idea too. Use a hair tie and then they can keep the hair tie after you're done giving them their basket. So I think they're cute as a button though. I really, really do. I think they're really sweet. So, all right, well, that's all I have to show you, but let's just chat for a few minutes. Since I have some folks on here that I don't know, let me just try not to make you dizzy. Get my camera up here closer where I can see you. I'm going to set these back here so you can see them back here. And we'll just chat for a few minutes here on YouTube. Let's see what's going on. Thank you, Kim. Thank you so much. Let's see, I'm going to go back up here and see. Well, thank you so much, Jolene. I love this kitchen too. I'll give you a little history on this house. For those of you who don't follow me on Facebook, you may not know the history on our house. So this house was built by my husband Dale's parents in the early to mid 80s. Every piece of wood in this house, from the beams to the studs in the wall, every piece of wood came off of our property. So my father-in-law at the time, he was still living, and he had a sawmill, a mobile sawmill, and so he cut all of his own lumber here off of the property. We have about 130 acres, or he had 130 at the time. We have about 111 now. But anyway, so all of the wood, all of the trim pieces, everything came off of this property. So there's a lot of love in this house. A lot of hands have touched the wood, and yeah, just a lot of love built this house. I really, really love it, and we love living here. So let's see. I love cats says, you look stunning. Well, you're sweet because I've been out running all day today. I had to get the car worked on, had to get oil changed, and you know, that always ends up costing more than you thought it was going to. An oil change is never an oil change. It always turns into something else. But I ended up sitting there for almost 3 hours waiting on them to do that. But anyway, and then it was a little windy outside today too. It was a little bit windy. So I love cats. That's your channel name. What is your real name? Can you tell me your first name so that I know what your real name is? I love to call people by their name. And like I said, my first name is Tabby. It's the same as my channel. So In the Kitchen with Tabby. Thanks, Carolyn. We did not have any storm damage, thank goodness. Just a lot of rain and some wind and a lot of thunder and lightning, but thankfully, no, it stayed mostly south of us. Thankfully, we were safe. And hiya, Tina Crow. How are you? Janice, thank you. I'm glad you like it. Somebody else said so. Oh, Mary Norwood says she loves the M&Ms with the peanuts in them. That is my favorite. And I'll tell you a little story. My sister Trisha, who is in heaven, we used to travel a lot together to go to concerts, Christian concerts, and to travel down to Tennessee to see my other sister Tommy and my sister Terry when she was still living. She lived with Tommy down there in Paris, Tennessee. And so we would travel down there back and forth, her and I together, and we always stopped at a gas station and got peanut M&Ms because we both loved peanut M&Ms. And she loved hot tamales, so we would get hot tamales, and then we would share them. I would give some of my peanut M&Ms to her, and she would give me some of her hot tamales. We always shared them. So every time I eat peanut M&Ms and hot tamales, I think about my sister Trisha. So let's see. Tina says, we had a good storm blow through earlier here in Georgia. Yeah, you guys probably got it right after we did. Or not right after, but you know, I think the way it was going, the angle of it, it hit us first, and then that bottom part was moving a little bit behind because of the angle. Let's see. Vanessa says, have you tried any other size towels for this, or the beach size is the only type? So I've used a really big beach towel, like an adult size beach towel, really big one. And then I've used this size beach towel. I've not used anything else, but I don't know why you couldn't use something else. I think the smaller the towel, it might be a little bit harder to get that to fold up and really make the face on it. This part right here, it might be a little bit harder to get your ears and your face on a smaller towel, but you could probably do it. I know you could easily roll it up and bring it up like I showed you in the very beginning when this bottom part was hollow, and just kind of lift it up and do it that way. So you'd have the egg shape at the bottom with just the ears on top. You could do that and then just unroll it and make your basket that way. But then when you laid it down, it's going to look like the bunny's laying down instead of sitting up with the ears up. That's just my opinion. I've never done it. But like I said, this is the smallest towel I've used, like a kid's beach towel, which is 5 feet long. So when you fold it in half, it's going to be 2.5 feet, kind of rectangle square when you make it. Yeah. Let's see. Janice says, what a combination. Hot tamales and peanut M&Ms. I know. I didn't eat them together. I didn't mix the two together, but there was always a little bit of residual flavor. But it's a sweet memory. It's a sweet memory. I miss her a lot, my sister Trisha. She was not just my sister. She was a really, really sweet friend. She was a very good friend to me. And she was my movie and dinner partner, and she was my Christian concert partner. Anytime we wanted to go to do something together, Trisha would always call me, or I would call Trisha, and we would go together. Hi, Tina Crow. Hiya, sweet friend. Tina, your name looks familiar. Do you follow me on Facebook also? Let me know. And Janice, I'd love to know, because your name kind of looks familiar too, but I don't know if it's because I've seen it on comments on my YouTube or if you follow me on Facebook. So let me know if you follow me on Facebook, and let me know where you guys are watching from. I'd love to know where you're watching from. And I appreciate you being here. It says we have 13 people on. I did not expect to have 13 people on here tonight. That's pretty exciting. Like I said, this is my very first live on YouTube. I've never done a live on YouTube before, but I just felt like it was time. I felt like it was time. You guys really are faithful subscribers, and you guys comment, and I really appreciate that. And so I just felt like it was time for me to do a little YouTube live with you guys. Let's see. Let me go down through here. LLA, Northwest Florida. Yay! I'm so glad you're here. Comments on YouTube. Okay, Janice, because you know it's hard. Vanessa, I know you're in Texas. Vanessa follows me on Facebook also. The towel looks super thin too. It's really not that thin. And the one that I made with my beach towel, that beach towel was really thick. So that was a heftier basket for sure with the adult beach towel. But these are not that thin. I mean, they're thinner than a bath towel, but they're not super thin. It's not super thin. Like I said, you can get these at Walmart. They were $7.47. Dale picked these out yesterday for me. He went and got them yesterday at the Walmart here near close to our house. So for those of you who don't know, I'm in Indiana. I live in Indiana. So those of you who don't follow me on Facebook and maybe have not heard that before, Carolyn, thank you, sweet friend. I appreciate you saying that. I love cooking. I'm certainly not a professional. I didn't even sleep at a Holiday Inn Express last night. But when I got married, so the house I grew up in, I had 8 children in my family. I was the 7th of 8 children, 7 girls, and then my brother was the youngest. And my mom, bless her heart, she is still living, but she's OCD. And so she wanted everything clean and in its place. And so she didn't really encourage us to help her in the kitchen very much. And that's not a criticism, it's just how she was. And so when I got married, she gave me a cookbook and she said, if you can read, you can cook. And she gave me that cookbook. And then Dale and I got married and we moved to South America, to Brazil. And when we moved to Brazil, of course, I took the cookbook with me, but I didn't really cook much from it for a while. And then we had a lady that came and would help us at our apartment where we lived. Dale was working with an American company, and so they offered to pay for this person to come and help. And she really helped me more, not so much cleaning and things like that, but she helped me more with the cooking and with my speaking Portuguese. She helped me learn Portuguese really well. So my husband and I, Dale, both of us speak Portuguese. But Dalva, her name was Dalva, the sweetest lady. She was just a little tiny thing, just a little tiny lady, but she loved to cook. And so she taught me an appreciation for cooking and a love for cooking. And she taught me to put love in my cooking so that when I was making something for somebody, I wasn't just making the food, I was making it for them. And so anytime I make something, I always tell people it makes my heart so happy when they tell me that they love something that I made, or they even like it, you know, it just makes my heart happy. So Janice says, love your recipes and your cookbook. Thank you, Janice. You're in Wisconsin. Yeah, let me show you. This is my cookbook. That's my cookbook. I don't know, is that backwards for you guys? It's always backwards on Facebook, but I don't think that's backwards. Let me know if that's backwards for you. I don't think it's backwards, but yeah, this cookbook is on my website, inthekitchenwithtabbi.com. And if you go to the top and click on my store, you can click on my store, and that takes you to my Shopify store. And I have some t-shirts and some ball caps and cookbooks, and I have some recipe cards. I have a new t-shirt design I'm working on. So I'm excited to do that. Let's see, Mary says you have 2 older sisters. Okay, I have 6. Well, I have 6 older sisters, but 4 that are living. Let's see, Kim says Pekin, Indiana, about 15 minutes. Yes, 30 miles north of Louisville. So Kim is a very good friend of mine. We've known each other for decades, probably 25, 26 years, something like that. So she's a sweet, sweet friend. And she doesn't live too far from me at all. And then let's see, Vanessa, LLA. Tell me your first name, LLA. I want to know what your first name is. If you want to share it, Tina says, that's how I am. I will do the cleaning. Yeah, exactly. I'll tell you something funny. She was doing the laundry one time at my house, and she ironed everything. And I walked in to the little kitchen area where she was ironing, and she was ironing a pair of Dale's underwear. I said, whoa, stop right there. You don't have to iron that. I said, someday I'm going to move back to the United States with him, and I am not going to iron his underwear. So you don't have to do that. So anyway, that was kind of a joke between us. That was kind of a joke. When we would fold the laundry, she would say, do you want me to iron this? And I'd say, no. Okay, that's super impressive. Does your mom live nearby? My mom lives up in Columbus, Indiana, about an hour north of me. My mom and dad both, they live in an apartment, and they have, it's kind of a 24-hour healthcare nurse that stays with them, and my sisters also help a lot with that. Taught me lessons to be super, yes, my mom definitely taught me how to be super clean, not that I always am. I've got dishes in the sink right now, but she also taught me how to fold fitted sheets. And she taught me how to, actually Martha Stewart taught me how to fold the fitted sheet. But she also taught me how to make beds, because my dad was a Marine. And so he liked for the sheets to be very tight and crisp on the bed. So she taught me how to do those corner folds on the sheet to make it nice and crisp on the bed. Is it backwards, Tina? Okay, darn it. I'm sorry it's backwards. I don't know why it does. Well, I mean, I know why, but there's nothing I can do about it. So I'm sorry about that. Oh, everybody's telling me, yes, it's backwards. Yes, it's backwards. Yeah, ironing underwear is a little too much. I agree, Tina. I totally agree. Definitely a little too much. So I let her iron his t-shirts. I don't iron them now. I don't iron anything now. Now I take it to the dry cleaner. I don't do any ironing unless I absolutely have to. I have an iron, but I mostly use my iron when I'm sewing. When I'm making I make these little kitchen scarves. They're on my website. Well, no, I'm sorry, they're not on my website. They're not on my website. They're going to be on my website. But I make these little kitchen scarves with the little dish towels at the bottom. And so I iron this part with the iron. That's about all I use the iron for. So, but yeah, these are going to be on my website soon. I'm in the process of making some so that I can get those on the website and y'all can you all can check those out. Let's see. Vanessa says Mrs. Brenda irons tissue. She does? I don't think I've ever seen that, Vanessa. It doesn't surprise me though, because Miss Brenda, she's very frugal. She reuses everything. So that doesn't surprise me. Now I'll reuse tissue paper, but I don't iron it. I just kind of press it out with my hands and then fold it up and keep it away, keep it safe. And the reason I do that is because I like to wrap my t-shirts and my cookbooks and stuff. Whenever somebody buys something, I always like to wrap it in tissue paper before I package it up, so that it just kind of protects it a little bit. And I think it looks a little bit nicer, just a little bit nicer. And I put a little sticker on it. So I keep the tissue paper from gifts and things like that, and I just keep it in a box so that I'll have it for whenever I need it. She has a video of it. I have not seen that. I'm gonna have to go back and look. LLA Laura, thank you for telling me your first name, Laura. That's one of my best friend's names since like elementary school. Her name is Laura. She's just a sweet, sweet friend of mine. That is too cool. Well, does anybody that's on here, well, any of you, actually, it doesn't matter whether you follow me on Facebook or not, but does anybody have any questions for me? You can ask me a question if you want. I'm a pretty much an open book. Kim will tell you I'm pretty open. So we still have 12 people on here. Brenda, yes, Tina, Brenda is an awesome woman. I went to see her speak down in Glasgow, Kentucky on March 13th. It's the first time I've ever seen her in person. And I took her a little bag with a t-shirt and one of my cookbooks in it and gave it to her. I was able to walk up to the stage and just hand it to her right at the very end. I tried to do the $25 VIP meet and greet thing, but it sold out in 6 minutes. So I wasn't able to get the meet and greet, but I did have very good seats. I was in the 3rd row, so I had good seats. Tell them what yes, for those of you who don't know, I'm going to be a first-time grandmother in May. So my oldest son is expecting with his wife, he is expecting a little boy. And we don't know his name yet. They're not sharing his name yet, but we know he's a boy, and I'm going to be called Naji, after my grandmother. So I'm Hungarian, and so Nudge Mama in Hungarian is grandmother, and so, or grandmama. So he's gonna call me Naji. So I guess I could, yeah, it's Naji. Every time I say that, I hesitate to say, maybe he could call me, but no. I told them the other day, we had the baby shower on Saturday, and I told them on Saturday, I said, it is officially Naji because I have a sweatshirt and I have an apron that both say Naji on them. So it's official, I'm Naji. So Naji is just short for Nudge Mama, which means grandmama. And I am extremely excited. Thank you. You have 4 grandbabies, Tina. Thank you, Carolyn. Thank you, Janice. You guys are so sweet. Yeah, I am beyond excited. Just over the moon excited. And we were just so blessed to be able to celebrate them on Saturday and just have a good time. Kim was there, actually. I think we counted about 45 people is what we had. Some of the guys were there too, so that was kind of nice. Her dad was there. Nicholas's dad was there. His brother was there. And of course, Nicholas was there. So Mary Norwood, you follow Miss Brenda? Yes, I do too. I've been following Miss Brenda since she started her page. She started it in April of 2020 on Facebook. And I think I started following her that month. I mean, I remember some of the very beginning videos. So I've been following her for a long time. And, since then, I'd always thought, I think I could do that. I think I would like to do that. I would like to do that. But I just kept putting it off and didn't do it. And then I created my Facebook page in January of 2021. And that was a crazy year because both of my boys got married that year. And so I had 2 bridal showers and 2 weddings. And then my oldest sister, Terry, passed away in September of that year. And so 2021 was just a beautifully blessed, but also a sad year for us. There was just a lot going on that year. And so I didn't do anything with it. And then it seems like 22 was just a blur. And then 2023 kind of came and went. I lost my sister Trisha that year in 2023. And then in January of 2024, I decided it was time. I just felt it in my spirit. I felt God telling me it was time. And so I popped back on that page there on Facebook that my sister Trisha actually helped me create. And when I started it, it was called Cooking from Scratch. And that was the name of the page, Cooking from Scratch. And so my very first post was not even a video. I was too afraid to do a video, but I put a post on there with a chicken pot pie and I used canned vegetables. And one of the very first comments I got was from a very sweet lady who was just very clear and very quick to tell me that that was not from scratch because I used canned vegetables. Even though my crust was from scratch, the inside was not. So I thought, well, I better change the name of my page because not everything I cook is going to be from scratch. So I changed it to In the Kitchen with Tabby. Let's see, Tina says, glad you decided to be a creator. You're awesome. Also, love to just hear you talk and cook. You're so sweet. Thank you, Tina. I love you for saying that. You're precious. I really, truly love it. I really do. And, you know, when I started the page in January of 24, I told my husband, I said, you know, if all I do is create these videos just for my kids and grandkids someday, I think that would be special for them to have someday when I'm gone, so that they'll have these, you know, videos of me cooking. And about 2 weeks in, I had 100 followers, and I just cried because I couldn't believe I had 100 people that would even want to watch what I was doing, you know. And now here we are a little over a year later. We're at about 14 months. We're at about 14 months later. And on YouTube, I have, like I said, over 6,000 subscribers. And on Facebook, I have almost 11,300. I think I'm just a few away from 11,300. So that's pretty cool. Hiya, Corey Elrod. I'm so glad you're here. April 6th is my wedding anniversary. Well, happy anniversary a little bit early, Mary Norwood. I'm glad you have a YouTube. I can watch you on my big screen. That's true. My neighbor across the road, Jim and Gail Epp, they are the sweetest people, and they may watch this. I'm not sure, but I love them. They are just the sweetest couple. So precious to me. And they watch me on their TV. Yeah, on the YouTube. So I think he follows me on Facebook also, but they mostly watch me on YouTube. So it's funny. Hey, little lady, thank you back at you. You're sweet, Corey. Vanessa says, I felt like I know you forever when I first saw your video. Your warmth brought me in. Vanessa, thank you. That just makes my heart happy. Thank you so much for saying that. I'm so blessed by you guys. You just have no idea. Thank you, Tina. You know, I know that you guys thank me all the time for my videos and for the recipes and all of that, but I can't thank you guys enough for just the way you have loved on me and spoken sweet, encouraging words over me. I mean, you know, Proverbs 16:24 says, keep those words pure and sweet like honey. And truly, truly, you guys do. I don't have anybody that says anything mean, and it's just such a blessing. You guys are such a blessing to me. You really, truly are. I truly feel like I have found my purpose. And that's what I felt like. I thought, you know, I just felt like I still had a purpose. I'm 53. I'll be 54 in July. And I just felt like, you know, God still had something more for me to do. I've loved being a wife. I have absolutely adored being a mom to my 2 boys. They're both grown now. I'm going to absolutely be over the moon to be a Najee, but I just felt like there was still something more for me to do. And I think this is it. I really, truly do. I think this is it. I love it, and I love spending time with my friends and my followers and my subscribers now. So anyway, so I'm going to be doing some more lives on YouTube. I think this is fun. We've got 17 people watching. That's way more than I thought we were going to have tonight. So that's pretty exciting. So glad you're not getting the haters. I am not, Carolyn. I'm truly not. I'm just so abundantly blessed. July, what is your birthday? My oldest son, 48 years in July. Mine is July 21st. July 21st is my birthday. Amen, sister friend. There is a reason for you doing this. Yes, ma'am. There sure is a reason. I don't, you know, may not even know fully what the reason is on this side of heaven. I don't know. But I do believe when I close my eyes to this life and I open them to the next, I'm going to meet all of you in heaven. That's what I believe. That's what I believe. I believe there is a reason for it. So, and I look forward to that. I truly do. All right. Anybody else have any more questions? Anything else you want to ask me? I'm going up through the comments just to make sure I didn't miss anything. But if you have a question, pop it in the comments and let me know. And I don't know. Let me see if I do this. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh boy. I don't know how to. There we go. This is the first time I've done a YouTube live, so I was trying to see if I could invite someone to come on with me, but it does not, I don't think that's what it does. No. Okay. I don't think that changes my background, and that's not what I want to do. I don't want to change the background. So, all right. Well, I don't see any more questions from anybody. Did anybody do anything fun today? Did you have anything fun that you did today? More than what I did, sitting at the car dealership getting my oil changed and my coolant changed and all the things. You can upload a picture for your background. Oh, that's cool. I don't know, though. I don't know that I would want to change my background. I like my kitchen. And I always say you're in the kitchen with Tabby. So I think I'll leave it like my kitchen. I'll leave it in my kitchen. There's that side of my kitchen. You can see. For those of you who don't know, my walls have not been white for very long. They started out kind of a dark burgundy color. Tabby, did you post pics? No. So actually just a second ago, while we were chatting, I had a message come in from Claire's sister, KK is her name, and she just posted her pictures in our group, Google group. What is it? The Google photo or something. So she just posted all of her pictures. So I'm going to pull some of her pictures off and I'm going to work on that tonight. And hopefully I'll be able to get it done tonight and post it tomorrow. So, and I haven't even posted the ramen noodle recipe yet. That I told you guys I was going to post today. I posted the review on the Taylor Farms pasta salad that is absolutely delicious. And you know, tonight for dinner, I had the single serving of the Nashville hot salad. Oh my goodness, that was delicious. It had crispy cucumbers in it, so they were like fried cucumbers. And then the dressing, and it really wasn't that hot. I'm not a spicy girl. I don't like things super spicy. So I tasted the dressing just to make sure. But it was not that hot, and it was very good with those crunchy, crispy pickles on top. So yeah, it was very tasty. I did a little piece of skillet toast with a croissant, and then had that salad, and it was really good for supper tonight. So if you guys haven't tried Taylor Farms, somebody actually made a comment today and said, I bet you're expecting to get some free stuff. And I'm really not. You know, if somebody wants to send me something, obviously none of us would turn down something that someone wanted to send to us, but that's not why I do it. If I find something that I truly love and enjoy that's fast and easy and simple and delicious, why in the world wouldn't you tell your best friends about it? I mean, that's just what it's all about, right? So yeah, I don't tell you guys about things that I love so that you'll buy it, or so that they'll send it to me. Either one. I tell you just because I love it and I want to share it with you. So Tina, you love spicy stuff. Well, then you might need to put a little bit of Frank's hot sauce in it or something, because it's not that hot. It's called Nashville hot, but it's really not that hot. Vanessa says she likes Taylor Farms too. You know, I didn't know about it until Miss Annie's Home and Kitchen told us about it. And so I started looking up, and they have so many different things. So today when I went to get the car worked on, I took a little snack kit with me that had little turkey like sausages in it. Because I can't, for those of you who don't know, I have the alpha-gal allergy, so I can't eat beef and pork. So I loved it because this had the turkey sausages in it. So it had turkey sausage, carrots, broccoli, and little cheddar cheese cubes, and a little thing of ranch dressing to dip the veggies in. And it was so fresh, and the carrots were crisp, and the broccoli was crisp, and the turkey tasted good. It was just so tasty, and I just pulled the top of it off of there and sat there and ate that while I was waiting on my car, or my 4Runner, and it was so delicious. Tina says she loves Miss Annie. I do too. Honestly, I consider her one of my best friends now. She just is the sweetest person. I texted with her last night, and we're trying to come up with a date that works for both of us. Either before the baby gets here in May, I want to go down and visit with her, and if I can't do it before the baby gets here in May, then I'll do it maybe sometime in July and drive down there and visit with her. And we're going to do the fitted sheet fold off and have some fun with that. Her mom is a delight. I absolutely love her. Corey says, I had one of them that had the dehydrated corn. Oh, hang on. I got it today, Corey. Let me show you. Hang on. Don't go anywhere. Oh, hang on. Let me find it. I'm so glad you said something. I think I told you I thought it was called Mexican street corn, and I was right. It's called, I know it's backwards for you, but Mexican street corn chopped kit. And it has green leaf lettuce, broccoli stalk, which I love that. Almost all of them have broccoli stalk that's been chopped up, and I love that. Red and Savoy cabbage, carrots, smoked paprika cornbread crumbles, green onion, crispy corn, and Parmesan cheese. And it has a creamy elote, I'm probably not saying that right, elote dressing. But there it is, Corey. Mexican street corn. I got it today because I saw your comment, and I was like, oh, I can't remember. So I stopped and got one because I thought that's what it was called. And I'm going to try this one for lunch tomorrow. I think this one sounds really good. Let's see. Her home is beautiful. Oh my gosh. You should, I mean, I wish you could see it in person, Tina. It is absolutely a beautiful house. And I love anything vintage. I love all things vintage, actually. If you look up above my cabinets up there, let me come this way so the light's not. Yeah, so I have an old cake tin cake carrier. This is an old punch bowl that my neighbor gave me. Got some old jars up there on this side. This is an old Watkins. If you guys know Watkins, you can buy Watkins vanilla and stuff. That's an old prayer that's a Watkins thing, and then some old pictures up there. I love everything vintage. I love uranium glass vintage. My glasses are all, I'll show you, because some of you have never seen my kitchen. Let me open this cabinet here. Don't mind the dishes, but you can see my glasses up there. Those are all vintage glasses. They remind me, or not that they remind me, but they are exactly like the ones they used in the Friends episode. The Friends series on TV with Monica and Chandler and all of them. They used those same glasses in their studio kitchen. Let's see. I love that y'all are going to do that. Yes, Vanessa, I think it's going to be hilarious. I really do. I think it's going to be so much fun. Corey, you're welcome. I added some of the almond shavings to it. Oh, that's a good idea. I have almond shavings. I will have to try that. You know, Dale puts pecans on everything. He loves pecans. So he's still munching on the pecans that Regina Wilson brought him from Georgia. We had those glasses on the bottom shelf when I was young. Tina, did you? Let me show you. This one. I love these glasses. I love these. So I have them in the green, I have them in orange, I have them in clear, and I have them in teal. The teal ones are the ones my mom gave me. She's the one that kind of got me started on them because she gave me the teal and I loved them and I didn't want to use them because they were so special because they were from her. So I got on eBay and found the green and the orange, and then the clear ones my sister-in-law gave me. So I love these glasses and they're heavy. I think they hold about 12 ounces. It's about a 12-ounce glass. So it's not a huge glass, but I love it. I think they're sweet. And if you want to just elevate your table setting a little bit, just use these glasses. It makes it look really pretty. And I love all the different colors. I love calico of colors. You can see in this cabinet, you can see my Fiesta plates. All of my Fiesta dishes and everything are all different colors. I don't really like everything to be exactly the same. I also collect some, oh my gosh, the name has escaped me. I want to say Blue Ridge. Kim, help me if I'm right about that. Is it the Blue Ridge china that they hand paint all the different designs on them? I think it's Blue Ridge. I haven't looked at it in so long, but I have a stack of those up in a cabinet over there. And those I use for really special occasions. And every one of them are different. I don't have two that are the same. So I love all the different colors. And I think it's the Hungarian in me. We love those vibrant, bright colors, embroidery and crocheting and cross-stitching and all those things. All the things. I love all of that. Hiya, Gladys Bailey. Welcome. Welcome to In the Kitchen with Tabby. Did you see I made one tonight too? You saw me make them on Facebook. Yeah, this is the one I made on Facebook last night. And then actually, I made this one last night on Facebook, but I took it apart and made it again tonight on YouTube. So everybody could see on YouTube how to do it. I just think it's too cute. And I love this little headband with that little leopard print. I think that is just cute as a button. I think the girls are going to just love that. I think they're going to love them. But boys love them too. The boys would love them too. You could put all kinds of fun stuff in there for boys. Blue Willow. I think that is what it is, Vanessa. I think you're right. Oh, no, Kim says it is Blue Ridge. But I think there is a Blue Willow. Maybe the Blue Willow is blue and white. But the Blue Ridge, yes, Kim, I think it is Blue Ridge now that you're saying that. Let me grab one. Just hang on. Don't go anywhere. I'm going to grab one and show you. So let's just make sure. Yep, Blue Ridge. Hand-painted under glaze, Southern Potteries ink, made in USA. And there's something underneath there too, but I can't tell. It looks like, I can't tell what that says. It looks like maybe OK. I don't know, maybe Oklahoma. I'm not sure, but this is what the plate looks like. Isn't that beautiful? And there are no two alike because different people paint the same pattern, but no two people are going to paint it exactly the same. So you could have a whole set of these plates and they're all going to look just a little bit different. But this is probably one of my favorites because it's got all those beautiful colors. Isn't that pretty? I agree, Corey. I agree. I love that beach towel. I love doing that. Thank you, Tina. Thank you, Corey. Let's see. Corey says, Tabby, do you know if the smaller portions of the Taylor Farms have all the selections? Most of them. They don't have every one of them. Not every one of them do they have in the smaller bags, but most of them they do. And then I also got some Brussels sprouts and some broccoli that you can roast in the oven and then drizzle like a balsamic over the Brussels sprouts and stuff. Those come in a bigger bag. So I'm going to try those too and see, because Dale loves roasted vegetables. So I'm going to try those. Hiya, Michelle Ruddy. How are you? You think Mama Sue has what? What does Mama Sue have? Does she have these glasses or does she have the plates? Look how pretty this looks together. Isn't that beautiful? I just love it. I love setting the table with stuff like that. Love, love, love it. Let's see. We had those glasses. Okay, yeah, I read that one already. Let me go back up here and make sure I'm not missing anything. You're welcome, Miss Corey. Thank you, Michelle. I think they're pretty too. I really do. I love them. The glasses. Okay, so she has these glasses too. I'll have to ask her. I didn't know that she had those. Green glasses. I think Mama Sue has the glasses, Corey says. Okay, I'm going to have to send her a picture and see if she has them. I bet she does, though. It wouldn't surprise me because Mama Sue loves vintage things too. We're kind of kindred spirits that way, me and Mama Sue. I love to go to vintage antique stores and stuff. Kim will tell you, I love going to antique stores and finding fun stuff. So... all right, let's see. All right, anything else? Hiya, Gladys. Did I say hiya to Gladys? Did I say hiya to you already? Oh, yes, I did, because you said you saw me make the bunny last night. I didn't want to miss you if I had not said hi. I'm certain they were on her Easter table last year, Michelle says. Okay, yeah, I bet you're right. I bet you're right. I bet I just didn't see it. So, anyway. All right, well, guys, unless you have another question for me, we're going to call it good. And I sure hope you come hang out with me again in the kitchen. I will continue posting videos here on YouTube. Thrifting, Tina, me too. I love it too. I will continue posting videos here on YouTube. Thank you, thank you, thank you for subscribing to my channel. Thank you for sharing my videos here on YouTube. I appreciate it so, so much. I truly do. You guys don't even know how much I appreciate it. I just love you. I truly do. I love each and every one of you. And I hope you know that. But I hope you remember that God loves you even more than I do. That's the most important part. I always tell people, if you call my phone and you listen to my voicemail, I always tell people, you may have missed me, but don't miss this. God loves you very much. He loves you very much. And that's the most important thing I don't want you to miss. Also, don't forget, he is the unseen guest at every dinner table and the silent listener at every single conversation. So just make sure, you're welcome, Janice, I love you. Make sure those words coming out of your mouth are pure and sweet like honey. Whether you're talking to yourself or you're talking to somebody else, make sure you're lifting each other up, loving on each other, and just shining that light bright, because that's what we're called to do. Good night, Miss Michelle. Good night, Miss Tina. I truly do love you guys very, very much. And I appreciate you being on this journey for me, or with me, being on this journey with me. And don't forget, just like my shirt says, I know it's backwards, but this is my story for his glory. And I'm doing it all for him. So make sure you drop a comment in the comments. Let me know if there are any recipes that you guys would like to see me make. Anything you can't find on my website, I'll try to find a recipe and make it for you. I've got some fun recipes coming up this week. So yeah, no recipe tomorrow. Tomorrow's Tuesday. You know, I only post recipes on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So tomorrow is Tuesday. Although tomorrow I'm probably going to go ahead and post the ramen noodle so that you guys will have that, because I didn't get that posted today. not with all the stuff I had going on. But anyway, all right, guys, I love you. I'm going to try to figure out how to end this live because I've never done it before. So you might see me trying to figure it out here in a second. But yeah, I will see you in the next video, guys. Be blessed, and I'll see you soon. Bye.